Hey everybody, Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome to Gorkamorka Season 2. Now this was filmed a while back using the regular Gorkamorka rules, but thanks to our recent 24-hour live stream, because of the fundraiser we did to generous contributors such as yourself, we are now going to put up the entire thing for free, whereas only every other episode was put out for free. The rest were put in the MiniWarGaming vault. And so go ahead and sit back and relax, enjoy Gorkamorka Season 2, but realize this was already all filmed, so if you catch mistakes, point them out. That's fine. Talk about them. But we're not going to be able to change them because this thing is totally done. So enjoy Gorkamorka Season 2.
We play and call it work. Get 'em, boys!
Ready? Or whatever. Doesn't matter. Hold on. Cody, you're fine. Back where you. Yeah, right there. No, you're fine where you were, Mike. You guys were all in the perfect spot.
Wait, switch?
Hold on. Move over a tiny bit.
Chinese fire drill.
Stop. Move in, Mike.
You know it's going to change, Matt. You know it's going to change, right?
Move in.
You know
I know you don't mind me.
He's already
No,
done
hold on. Okay. Now, all right. So here's the rule. So whatever happens, you don't move your feet.
Here's the rules.
Oh, no,
Seriously.
I can't move my feet?
That's the only
Here,
thing.
hug. Oh, no.
Stop breaking stuff too. But seriously though, if you don't move your feet, then we should be able to stay in frame nicely. Okay, here we go. Hey everybody, Matthew and Dave and Codyroo and Mike here from MiniWarGaming. Oh no! I didn't even get through it. Holy crap! And welcome to our Gorkamorka! Freaking crap! What have I got myself into?
First time playing Gorkamorka! I'm so excited! Okay, I think the foot rule is like out the window already.
This puppy dance.
I am full orc for this one, just so you know.
Holy crap!
He's at least
Holy
been an
crap!
orc.
All right.
I told you should be playing orcs
Jeez.
years ago. You
Okay.
should be playing orcs.
Welcome.
I'm the original orc.
Welcome to our Gorkamorka campaign, Season 2. Long time coming. We filmed a Season 1 over 2 years ago, and we had a lot of fun with it.
I didn't get to play Season 1.
You didn't, and neither did I, really. I GM.
I didn't
Yeah,
either.
I know how you feel.
Neither did you.
I didn't either. I watched some of it,
Neither did you.
I GM'd most of it. I played as an NPC in some of it.
and you sang it during
Neither
it.
did I.
Okay. I want to stop. Okay, that was a little too much. This intro is going to take minutes long, and people aren't going to know about the giveaway.
No. It's fine.
No, it's too long.
It's good. This energy is what they want.
I know they want
Just,
the energy.
okay, just cut it. Just edit it.
Okay, because it's
edit
just going to be too long. Okay, so let's just let me finish everything now. Okay, all the energy's fine. I'll have Rob edit.
You know what? You know what you should do? This is what you should do. A separate video, only you talking. Then you do it. That's it. That'd be hilarious.
That's a good
Trust
idea.
me. Just cut it right here
Stingers.
and just do that. Seriously,
Yeah,
I mean
I
dead
agree.
serious.
All right, everybody out. Okay, I kicked them all out. They're a bunch of nut jobs that won't let me actually do the intro. So, welcome to our Season 2 of Gorkamorka. And it's just a couple quick things to go through really fast. First off, we want to give you this entire season for free, as well as Season 1 that we filmed a couple years ago. Go to MiniWarGaming.com/Gorkamorka if you're not a Vault member. You can probably still hear them yelling. And get both seasons for free. Today, normally you would have the first episode in YouTube and whatever other episodes we put up today in the vault, but they're all going to be free. Everything is free today. Everything is on YouTube. Starting next week, however, the first episode of each week will be free and the rest of them will be in the vault. But if you get a vault membership, or you get this entire season for free by going to MiniWarGaming.com/Gorkamorka, then you're all good. So really couple quick things. We are going to be using the rules as is, not the Gorkamorka Community Edition, but actually just Gorkamorka. We'll have to throw in a couple house rules because there's some things that aren't clear, but we're not using any homebrewed rules like Season 1. We're just using it just as is, but not the Gorkamorka Community Edition. Big thank you to gorkamorka.co.uk, which is the unnamed Gorkamorka site. We're going to be pulling scenarios from them. I've gone on their forums a lot to ask questions. They've been a big help for all of this, so thank you guys so much. And of course, thank you to the other players who we'll see in future games. So the way this is going to work is we're going to be playing, I don't even know how many games. They're here for a week. We're going to film a ton of games. We're going to be doing advancements and buying new things. We're going to take a look at our mobs in just a second. We're going to be doing advancements, and it'll be a lot of fun. We're going to play regular scenarios at first, and then we're going to sprinkle in some special scenarios throughout the season as well, including some 4-player ones, which I'm very excited for. And terrain, of course, will be the same ones that we used from Season 1. That was made by Greenleaf Terrain. We got some mats by Urban Mat and Game Mat, and in Table War, you'll be seeing a mixture of all of those as we go through all of this. But that's really it. MiniWarGaming.com/Gorkamorka. If you want to check out custom scenarios and a community that just love Gorkamorka, to go to gorkamorka.co.uk. One big warning, though. This intro's already gone on too long. We are all relatively new to this game. We've played a bunch of games off camera, but we're going to get things wrong. So if you're a veteran Gorkamorka player, of course, feel free to tell us what we got wrong, but realize we have finished filming the entire campaign before this episode even came out. So we're not going to be able to fix anything that you see. We're going to do our best. For those of you who don't know Gorkamorka, just sit back and relax, watch the mayhem that is Gorkamorka, and let's have some fun. Let's go play some Gorkamorka! Here are our gorgeous mobs. We've got 4 different mobs, all 4 very aesthetically different mobs, as you're going to find out. And we're going to take a closer look at each of them right now.
This is my warband, my being Dave. These are Damorks of Dave. And
Morks of
and
Day.
check this out.
What?
Thank you, Lee. Shout out to Lee for converting these up for me and painting them up. These guys are ridiculously awesome. I got a bike in real life, a Honda Shadow 750, 1984, my year, and I got inspired and I wanted a band. And this is probably not at all statistically or strategically sound, but I don't care. I'm just going to kamikaze these guys. Unless I find out that's a very bad strategy, which I probably will because they're really expensive to replace. But either way, it's going to be a lot of fun. And there's 4 bikes there. 2 spanners, which are here, and 2 youths, which are here. And this is my knob. He's got a huge, or a huge club. Ooge. And this is another youth. Each bike has a cannon, which basically it's, decoration, because they can't hit anything. With the practice games, it was very hard to hit stuff, but that's fine. And stick bombs, where are my stick bombs? They're actually modeled on the guys on foot. So Lee did a great job. He actually modeled each of these guys on foot as well. And they have stick bombs as well as my knob, who also has a stick bomb. And let's see, a guy has a shield right here, and he also has studded armor.
Yeah, so your 2 spanners have stick bombs, right?
They do. The spanners, because their ballistic skill's a little bit better, so a little bit better. So they hit on 6s instead of 7s when all the factors come in. Yeah.
They count for nothing.
The Morks of Dave.
All right, this is Codyroo, and this is Gork's Teeth Fairies. Leading my Teeth Fairies is my knob. He is the Tooth Fairy. I've got 2 spanners, or mechs if you're an orky type of person. This is Cruz Azul. He's going to have a choppa and a spanner.
Does he have his new wheels?
He does not have his new wheels yet. He's going to have to go build those. And this is old Leatherhide. He's a spanner, and he's got an Ooge club.
Leatherhide.
This is one of my youth drivers. The other youth driver is in there. He's got a stick bomb as represented by that big bomb he's carrying and likes to throw at people as he drives by him.
What kind?
It is a frag stick bomb. Both of them are frags. And then I've got 3 boys. Each boy has 2 right arms. And except for this one, he has a right arm on his left shoulder blade and a left arm on his right shoulder blade. This is mixed up Gus. And then these 2 boys, they all have 2 choppas. In the back, we have Gorkatron. He's a truck, and he's being driven by a youth. He has no weapons or gubbins on him yet. And on the side is a Squigoth, and he will be used as a track. There are no gubbins on him either.
And that is the Tooth Fairies, the Teeth Fairies?
Gork's Teeth Fairies.
Hey, that's apt. They like to collect teeth.
They like to collect teeth.
And these are the Desert Scorches. Once again, big shout out to Lee, who modeled both my and Dave's warbands, mobs, whatever you want to call them. Mobs, warbands, teams, armies, whatever.
Do they have a chant or a song?
The Desert Scorches?
Yes.
Not yet.
Okay.
Ask me again tomorrow.
Okay.
And when I'll bring my ukulele in and we'll make one for the Desert Scorches. No promises. When knob right here is Fire Stompa. He's got a choppa and a shield and studded armor. Who cares? And then we've got basically 2 spanners. They're driving because spanners, they're like, oh, those are our vehicles, we're going to take care of them, and I'm going to drive them. And they just have sluggas. And we got one inside of a big truck with a Scorcha, and one of them inside of a track with a Scorcha, hence the Desert Scorches. And then there are 3 youths. 2 of them are gunners, and one of them is on foot. They all have Choppa Slugga. So we're just going to run around and blow things up. And then we're going to be adding all sorts of gubbins that I'm looking forward to adding onto this. But 6 guys in total with 2 vehicles.
And here we have Dagoon Yappas.
This is Mike.
This is Mike, yeah. So I'd like to thank myself for building these, and I did an incredible job. Each one was individually based at the rim, which is a nice touch. So I have my knob here. He's Big Mac. He's got a spear, choppa, and heavy armor. And then I've got my boy Blue. He's my spanner. He's got a club and a slugga. And then I've got Zippy Zappa. He's got a flail and a shield. Then I've got Zippy Chippy. He's got a shield and a spear.
You'll be tested on these names later.
Oh, I will. Then I've got Shooter McGavin. He's got a cannon. He likely will not hit anything. But this guy will definitely hit something. He's Boom Hauer. He's got a crack stick bomb. And then I've got my driver is Longhorns Magoo. He's just got a blunderbuss on his back there with a couple knives. And then I've got Cheese Whiz. He's going to be my gunner. And he's got a choppa.
And your truck?
And my truck is just a base truck with no upgrades right now. No gun.
That's why you got more guys.
That's why I got more guys.
Yours is scary.
In our first 2 games, the matchup is going to be the Desert Scorches against the 2 Fairies. So me versus Codyroo. And then we got the Morks of Dave. Is it Morks of Dave? Or is it
Da Morks of Dave?
Da Morks of Dave? Against, or Da Morks of Dave's? Because there's more than one, I don't know. Against the Goon Kappas?
The Yung Yappas.
Not even close.
Well, I'm
So
looking at his writing. I couldn't tell
I think
it's
every
okay.
time they walk, they just go, yep.
Dagoon Yappas. So that'll be the first game that you're going to watch right now is the one between me and Codyroo. And the other game that is available right now on YouTube is going to be between Dave and Mike.
Fresh meat.
Yeah.
For who? I don't know.
So enjoy. We are going to be playing We Was Here First. Scenario number 2. We rolled and I got to choose. I have the lower mob rating of 119 to your humongous 124. Yeah, right? Because
It's all about boys.
Yeah, I had a lot of youths, and youths start with no experience, and your mob rating is affected by your experience. We Was Here First is simple. It's D3 plus 3 scrap counters, and we place them, then we roll off, then the winner chooses their table side. I won that roll off. Then they deploy, and then the other person deploys. Everybody has to start inside of their vehicles. And basically, you play until one side's bottled out, or until one side only has casualties. In which case, the winner is whoever has the most scrap, or whoever didn't bottle out. Pretty much 99.9999% of the time, one of us is going to bottle out, and that leaves the other one to be the winner. But even when you bottle out, you still could have picked up some scrap, and you might still be able to hold on to it. So it doesn't mean that you've lost the campaign, because the winner of the campaign is going to be whoever has the best mob rating. So the more money you make, the more you can increase your mob rating. And that's really it. We're going to roll off now to see who gets to go first. And we're just going to start Gorkamorking.
I'm in the lead. I got the highest mob rating.
Yay!
I declare victory.
let's stop right now, right?
Okay, exactly. May not help ratings, but
Yeah, but you'll win.
I will win.
You'll have come all
It's
this way and you
about
can say,
winning.
I won.
Just winning.
Yeah, that's why you play Gorkamorka. Let's roll off.
I'm tired of winning.
Yeah. I got a 2. You got a 2.
2.
Okay, this is how it's going to be, eh?
Yeah, that's it.
Come on. Oh, I got a 1.
I got a 6.
Okay, you've got first turn.
Yay!
Teeth Fairies, turn 1.
So Gorkatron is going to move 3 inches forward. He's not going to pivot. He's going to move 3 inches forward again.
Wow. Okay.
And then pivot at
so
that point.
you're moving 6
6 inches
inches
forward.
For all of you who couldn't follow.
Right.
3 plus 3
He's going to put him right on that scrap counter.
is 6.
Like that. 45 degrees this way.
So basically, I'm going to give you a tiny mini tutorial here. To move a vehicle, it has 2 moves. It has a gas engine move followed by thrusting. The gas engine move, you can move 1 to 3 inches, turn up to 45 degrees, and then move 1 to 3 inches, and then turn up to 45 degrees. You can't move 1 inch, turn 45 degrees, and then move 5 inches. You don't get 6 inches total of movement. It's broken up into 2. 1 to 3, turn, 1 to 3, turn. After you've done your gas engines, you can thrust. To thrust, you declare how far you want to go. Trucks and bikes can go up to 6 inches. Tracks can go up to 5. Everything is not pre-measured in this game. After you declare that, you roll to see if you make it. On a 2+, you make your first thrust, and you move that distance. You can then continue to thrust as many times as you want. You could theoretically go an infinite amount of distance, but it gets harder. 2+ on the first thrust, 3+ next, 4+ next, and then it stays at 4+. If you fail the thrust test, there's actually a table you got to roll on. That could do bad things to you. Other than that, guys will get on and off. We're going to kind of see that as it happens. I'm not going to go through the full rules with everybody, but you can go online and find them and then learn them for yourself. But I just want you to kind of get the basic idea. There's gas engines, that's safe, and then thrusting, which is not
safe.
not as safe. Not
It's
too
fun,
bad.
more fun.
It is.
This guy's going to jump out, and he's going to stay on next to the vehicle.
So when a model gets out of a vehicle, if it hasn't used its thrusters, it's safe. He just puts it in base contact with the side or the rear, and then he's free to move.
All right.
He moves 4 inches, or you can run or charge 8 inches.
You're going to move 4 inches, or just about at one base away.
Just
so
right
he's close to the counter. Now I'm going to go ahead and thrust forward about, we're going to go 4 inches.
4-inch thrust. You got to roll it. 2 plus.
2 plus. Okay.
2 plus.
2 plus.
Good start.
Yay.
4 inches.
4 inches goes to there. Move on up.
Would you like to thrust again? Now, at the end of each thrust, he could try to turn. It's hard, so he has to pass a leadership test on this driver. Otherwise, he moves forward D6 inches and can't go any further.
We're going to thrust. We're going to go ahead and thrust again. We're going to
How
go,
far?
We're going to go 6 inches.
Okay, 3 plus this time.
3 plus.
Nope, he fails it, so we roll on the thruster buster table. The thruster buster table looks like this. He rolls a D6. On a 4 plus, it's pretty safe. You just move D6 inches forward. But you can possibly swerve, move and spin, or just spin. I'm not going to show you this table each time. We're just going to roll it and do it.
Got it.
What happens? You are going to move forward D6 inches and spin.
Oh.
How far are you moving?
3
And then why don't
inches.
you roll this while you're at it? Where are you spinning to? And we
Straight
always
ahead.
actually it's straight ahead. Yeah, we always use the arrow even on the direct hit. So you just move forward 3 inches. So you spin a full 360 degrees.
Do I?
Yeah, that's actually what happens. They describe that if you point the same direction, it means that you spun.
Let's see.
Well, it's okay. You don't actually turn it. You just leave them pointing straight ahead. We don't have to see if you collide with stuff with that.
Okay.
After it fails a thrust roll, it cannot move any further.
Right. He's going to move forward 3 inches.
So it's a big squig.
I'm going to do it.
Now, just because he's a squig off, we're still going to use all the rules for tracks
Exactly,
for him.
because he's got little grippy feet.
Yeah, so he'll still gain a lot of momentum. I think it kind of works, actually.
Now I'm going to do a 45-degree pivot from the center of the
On the
vehicle.
center.
Like that. He's going to go 3 inches forward. And it's going to end him right there. And now we're going to pivot 45 degrees forward again. And then I'm going to have the Mad Choppa get out. And he's going to get down, and he's going to go next to this scrap pile.
So you're going to touch it, pick it up.
He's going to touch it and pick it up.
So when somebody's holding scrap, the only thing that affects them is that their movement is halved. Other than that, they can fight, shoot, everything else is normal.
He's going to jump out, and he's going to try and go for that scrap counter there.
So first we place him in base contact at the side or the back. Now since the vehicle already thrusted, on a 4 plus, he takes a strength 3 hit, and he can't do anything else, whether the hit hurts him or not.
Rollo.
Yeah, he takes a strength 3 hit, which wounds him on a 5. This is using 7th edition rules for strength versus toughness, so he's toughness 4. So, but even though he didn't get wounded by it, he's not allowed to do anything else.
Okay.
Anything else?
That's my turn.
Any guns in range?
No guns in range.
Yeah, even your cannon's only 18 inches. You have a cannon? No, I'm thinking
I have
of
no
Mike.
guns. I got
No,
2 frags.
you got grenades. That's
I've
right.
got great. I have frag stick bombs.
Right. Okay, so
But
that's
no
your
guns.
turn.
That's
Easy
my-
peasy. The Desert Scorches, turn 1. I'm going to have my war track move up the full 6 inches, and then he's going to pivot slightly. We are then going to thrust forward 6 inches.
It's a war track. You only go 5, right?
5 inches. Yeah, I made it. 2 plus. Brum. And then I will thrust forward 5 inches. 3 plus. Woohoo!
Oh! The counter.
Roar. I'll stop there.
Okay.
I'm-
It's now Scorcher time.
Yeah, well, not yet, not yet. The other truck's going to move 3 inches forward. He's going to turn 45 degrees. And then he's going to move to here and stay put. The knob on this side is going to get out. They didn't thrust, so I don't have to do any tests. And he's going to run and grab this scrap counter. And this youth is going to get out and run and grab this scrap counter. In the shooting phase, my Scorch is going to go. Now this thing is actually slightly bigger than the Scorcher template. I didn't want to point that out, so we're going to be a little nice with that. We're going to be fully covering the knob, and we're still going to be hitting that truck.
Right.
Let's resolve the knob first. It's a strength 4 Scorcher.
Toughness 4. So
Toughness
wounds
4,
on
so
a 4.
4 is the wound. Oh, that's a wound. Do you have any armor?
I do not.
Okay, so now we roll injury. You only have 1 wound on each of your orcs,
Right.
right now at least. They can upgrade to have more. We roll an injury check. 1 to 2 is a flesh wound. 3 to a 5 is down, and 6 is out of action. 2, flesh wound.
Flesh wound.
But you might catch on fire. On a 4 plus, you catch on fire. Yeah, your knob's on fire. So I'm just going to put a little marker on him. Now, since I did a nice solid hit on the truck, it actually hits vehicles D3 times. Oh!
You
Oh!
smell what I smell?
Oh, we're going to.
The smell of...
So after you hit a vehicle, you actually have to roll to see where you hit the vehicle. Now the Scorch will automatically hit. That's why I'm not rolling to hit. And so we're going to roll our locations. This is crew, which is devastating because when Scorches and Frag stick bombs hit crew, they actually hit all the crew. This is a gubbins, but you don't have a gubbins.
I don't have a gubbins.
So it becomes a 6, which is an engine hit, and 4 is your wheels. Oh, there's only one crew. Okay,
cool.
well, we'll roll against him. The next thing we do is we see if we pen the armor. The armor of the crew is, because remember, we're not hitting the actual crew, we're hitting the crew compartment, is armor 8. So strength 4, in order to pen it, I have to roll 4 or higher. So there's no glancing in this. It's either you pen or you don't. And I do.
Oh my god.
That actually earns me 5 experience, so.
Ta-da!
Yeah. If there's one thing the rules writers of Gorkamorka loved, it was tables. They loved tables. So these are all the different locations. Say I hit the crew, has an armor of 8. Now we roll to see what happens. It's a 4 blast. The crewman hit must roll under his strength on a d6 to stay on board, otherwise he's thrown d3 inches and possibly takes a strength 3 hit.
He is strength 3.
So 1 or 2.
1 or 2.
Oh, he gets flung off. D3 inches, that way. He gets thrown off from the shrapnel. No, don't lie him down.
Don't lie him
'cause he's
down.
not downed. And on a 4 plus, he'll take a strength 3 hit. He does, which wounds him on a 5, which does not. So he stands on his feet. So people, the only time you're going to put models down is if they actually get downed, and that is on the injury chart. So he just gets knocked out of the vehicle, but he's unharmed otherwise.
Now, is he considered hit because the flamer, the Scorcher hit?
No, the crew compartment's hit.
Okay.
So on a 4 plus, it is not. So the crew compartment would then be on fire.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, right? There is
awesome.
one of the results of the crew compartment is that the model gets hit by the weapon, in which case he would get hit by the strength 4 and possibly set on fire.
Got it.
For my second hit, I got the wheels.
Yes.
They're also armor 8, so I need to roll 4 to pen that, and I do not. Lastly is the engines. Now the engines are better protected.
The armor 10?
They're armor 10s. I have to roll a 6, but they're devastating when they're hit. Okay, no. So just the 1 penetrating hit, earning me some experience.
It did.
Afterwards, the driver has a slugga. He's going to take a shot at your knob.
Got it.
He normally hits on a 4 because he's got a ballistic skill of 3, but he thrusted, and thrusting gives you a -1, so it makes it a 5. And you are in my short range because there's a range of 6 inches and 12 inches, and in my short range I get +1. So the 5 plus becomes a 4 plus, and there's no other modifiers
And
here.
since I'm on fire and make an obviously easy target, you add +3 to the die roll.
Hey, it's a hit. But since I rolled a 6 to hit, I have to do an ammo check.
Ammo check.
4 plus, I'll be fine. Nope. So I'm out of ammo for that slugga, so I can't shoot it from now on, but I still get to resolve this hit. Strength 3 hit against your knob, who is toughness 4. 5's to wound. Nothing. Oh, but let's back up. I forgot one very important thing.
You kind of have to roll to hit with that, even though you automatically hit with the flame template.
No, I don't have to roll the hit.
you have to
Scorches
ammo check.
always have to do an ammo check, and it's a 4 plus. So you got a 50-50 chance of only firing it once. Yay! I still have ammo for my Scorcha.
Ooh.
Yeah, so they're very...
From the fans' point of view. Yay!
Yay! More Scorches! Now we go back to the Teeth Fairies, or Tooth... Is it Tooth Fairies or Teeth Fairies?
I think I wrote down Teeth Fairies, but I like Tooth Fairies better.
Tooth Fairies.
Tooth Fairies.
The Tooth Fairies.
Now, before we go into your turn, we first have to check if you need to bottle. Bottling is how you just run away in cowardly fear. And you do that if at least 25% of your models are down or out. You got nothing out or nothing down.
They're
So
not
you're-
down. They're very happy,
Yeah.
cheerful, upbeat orcs.
But before you do your movement, we got to see what the spire does. So
Okay.
first you get to roll a die. If you roll a 6, the fire goes out. Otherwise, we resolve the fire. Oh, boring! Boring! He would have moved 2d6 inches in a random direction and taken a strength 4 hit.
If he runs out the rock, does he take a hit?
No, he just stops. Oh, I am disappointed. Come on, I didn't do it. I fired a flamer and
I would leave the marker on to note that he's mine, unless you want me to write
No,
down
he
on
wasn't.
his-
He wasn't flesh wounded.
He wasn't flesh wounded?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Yes, he was. That's right. But we'll use these to show how many flesh wounds there
Got
are.
it.
But back up even further. I forgot to see if the wheels were on fire or if the engine was on fire.
Right.
The wheels on fire on a 4 plus, yes, and the engine, no. So go ahead and roll to see if the wheels are no longer on fire. On a 6, they will go out, because this could make a big difference.
Green orky die.
They do not go out. So that means they suffer a strength 4 hit, which does not pen them, but they're still on fire. So I'm going to put this little marker on your wheels to remind us that the wheels are on fire.
When I drive, does that snuff the wheels of the fire out?
No, it doesn't, unfortunately.
First thing, he's going to pick up the scrap counter and he's going to run 4 inches this way. You want him there?
Doesn't quite get to the truck. So he was already holding the scrap counter from
Right.
last time. We're just going to keep it with him.
We'll run up to there.
Cruises. I don't think you have to measure
I
that.
got to measure that. He's up there, and he's going to.
He's within 8 inches.
He's going to grab that scrap counter eventually. This boy is jumping out,
On the side.
and he's going to run 8 inches. It's right there. Way, maybe right about there.
Run to the side.
Yeah, he's going
With his 2 right arms waving in the air.
Mixed up Gus.
Mix up this.
It's going to move forward 6 inches. It's not going to, and then it will pivot at the end of its move. Actually, I want to do that. Let's see, do I want to do that?
I don't
I'm
know.
going to move forward 3 inches. Then I'm going to pivot. Pivot 45.
And then go 3 more.
Then go 3 more.
Good old safe gas engines on your Squigoth, right?
Yep. Then go right up there. Boink. We'll now do a 5-inch thrust. Straight forward.
2 plus. Oh, he fails. You better hope that you don't swerve to the right. So what are you going to do? Thrust or buster? Roll a d6. 3, and then I believe that's a swerve. So for any swerve, so anytime it says a swerve, you roll a die to see which direction. 1, 2, 3 is left, 4, 5, 6 is right, and then you move d6 inches straight forward.
Okay.
So you're going right. Oh! That puts you like so. And then how far? Your Squigoth is out of control.
He's gonna run fast.
5 inches. Oh, bam! That's a head-on collision. So this is different than an actual head-on ram. So what happens if there's a collision that's about to happen? Then the target, whether friend or foe, if they pass a leadership test, they can swerve out of the way. In this case, he'd have to swerve to his right and move and possibly collide with my track. Would you like to try to do that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, mayhem.
Here we go.
Leadership. Oh, you failed it.
Fails.
So he stays where he is, and that is a head-on collision. In a head-on collision, each vehicle takes d6 automatic penetrating hits, and after all that is resolved, if they're somehow not immobilized, on a 4+, they become immobilized. Now, since it's both your vehicles and it is your turn, I'll let you decide which guy you'd like to resolve first.
We're going to resolve the Gorkatron.
You're hoping he's going to swerve and hit my guy. So d6 damage on him. 2. So
Right.
where are the 2 locations? You've got 2, which is fixed weapon. You don't have a fixed weapon, so that becomes crew. But you don't have any crew. There's no crew, so it becomes driver, so that's a 5. And the other one is your wheels. Oh boy. So we resolve bottom to top, so start with your wheels. What happens to your wheels?
Let's see.
We don't roll the pen, we just go straight to the table. The vehicle swerves! Drive pipe bent. We will immediately resolve the swerve. So 1, 2, 3, you go left. Uh-oh. So you're going to clip this guy. We're going to roll an initiative test for him, and then you're going to move forward and smash into the rocks. So to give a quick initiative test for your knob, right? That's your knob, right?
Yes.
Initiative 3, so 3 or less. He jumps out of the way.
This way is
We just move him the smallest distance possible.
Like
And then the vehicle moves forward d6 inches, which most likely, unless you roll 1, I didn't roll it. You're rolling it. This is your vehicle.
Need a 1.
2? I don't know. Let's see. You know, 2 is actually there. You just barely avoided
There's
it.
going to be some slow speed maneuvers in my future.
Yeah. Next, we've got the driver hit. Automatic penetrating hit. Roll the d6 to see what happens to your poor driver.
My poor you.
6, the
Ow.
driver is hit by shrapnel. It's a strength 3 hit. I'll let you roll that too.
Okay.
Strength 5's to wound him. Oh, he's wounded. Does he have any armor?
No.
Okay, injury table. And he's only flesh wounded, so he's not knocked out of the vehicle. We'll stick it right here to mark the driver's flesh wound. So that's good. And now d6, actually, before we go any further, let's see if he's immobilized. 4+, he becomes immobilized. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
immobilized. You successfully immobilized your vehicle.
Wah, wah,
Now
wah.
d6 damage on the Squigoth.
And let's see what he gets.
2 again. What are the locations?
We know now.
2 and 4. Well, 2 is fixed weapon, which becomes crew, which becomes driver.
I got
Oh, wait, no, you got crew on that one. So we got crew. Resolve the crew first, so roll a d6, automatic penetrating hit, so we don't have to do all the other rolls. 2, it's a straight shot. So basically what we do is we roll a die, it has to be equal to or under the number of crew. We don't count the driver, because this is the driver, right?
Yeah.
So you gotta roll a 1 again. And you don't, so that nothing happens. Then we got the wheels that are hit. The wheels on the Squigoth go.
Ouchie, ouch.
Ouchie, ouch. Upper cog links damage, reduce all moves by 1 inch. That includes gas and thrust moves for the rest of the game. Not bad. And that means he's done his move because he
Yes.
failed his thrust. So you know, using the truck rules for Squig actually feels right too, because it's like you're whipping it. It's like go faster, and it's like oh bam, and it just like roars
Now
and
he's
crashes.
got a thorn in his foot.
Yeah, and it's like oh my foot hurts. So you're done its movement, and this thing can't move because it's now immobilized.
Right. Okay, so the knob is going to charge the track.
So that's obviously within 8 inches. You just got to get to the side. So after you charge, you're going to try to board.
Yes.
That is an initiative test. Initiative 3, roll 3 or less. No. So on a 4+, he'll take a strength 3 hit. No. So he just stays where he is.
Okay. Going to get out.
Driver's going to get out. And is he going to charge? He's
He's
going
going
to
to
stay
charge.
put.
He's going to charge also.
All right. So he moves his 8 inches. He's what? He's a youth boy
He's
or
a
spanner?
youth.
So initiative 2. Oh, he gets on board! Get off!
Brave guy.
Get off my bike!
Damage my Gorkatron.
Yeah, we'll figure that out in the hand-to-hand combat phase.
Right. He's going to go ahead and run. He's going to go 8 inches to the spot, right over here. Boop. Okay, now the spanner's going to get out.
Oh, before we do anything further, we forgot to test if your Squigoth got immobilized.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah, so let's do that really quick. On a 4+, he's immobilized. Okay, goodness, that would have been horrible.
No, the spanner gets
So the Spanner's
out.
going to get out. Now, you did do thrust moves, so on a 4+, the Spanner will take a strength 3 hit from all that commotion. He does. He can't do anything further, and he takes a strength 3 hit, which wounds him on a 5. No, but he can't do anything else. You want to throw your frag stick bomb into that mess?
I do actually, but I'm not going to.
Oh, okay. So hand-to-hand, we've only got one close combat going on, and that's there. So basically, you would choose the guy that he's fighting, and I get to choose who he fights. I'm going to have him fight my youth gunner.
It's youth on youth.
Yes. Now, do you want to use your frag stick bomb in close combat? You can. If we both roll 6s, and it goes off and hits everybody. But it's the same strength as your fist.
Right. I want to use the frag stick bomb in combat. I want to beat you with my big bomb.
Okay. Because you know advantage, but it might blow up your fans.
Exactly.
Sounds pretty orky. So we both roll. I have 2 attacks. Oh, you rolled a 6.
We're halfway there.
Oh no! So I roll my 2 attacks because I have Choppa and a Slugga. Oh, we both got 6s! So the bomb does go off when you hit me with it, when we both take the strength 3 minus 1 AP hit. But we still have to calculate who won the combat. So we both have the same weapon skills.
Right.
So we take our highest die, which is 6 in both cases. We add our weapon skills, which was 2. So we're both at 8, and you charged.
Yes.
Now you charge a track. If you had charged a truck, you would have got a -1 for clambering over the sides. But since it's just a track, you don't get that -1. So you actually win by 1.
Woo!
9 to 8. And that's important because no matter what happens, the loser gets kicked off of the vehicle.
Means no Scorcha on my boys.
Yeah, that's exactly what it means. Because so no matter what happens here, whether you take damage and I don't, or both of us take damage or neither of us take damage, I'm kicked off. Why don't you roll to see if you hurt me first? Strength 3, toughness 3 on a youth, so you need a 4. You do!
Yeah.
And it's -1. I didn't have any armor anyways. So go ahead and roll the injury die to see what happens to me.
Come on, 6.
1. It's a flesh wound.
Yeah.
And then I get ejected 2 inches this way, so I pop him off because he's magnetized. He gets thrown to here, and then on a 4+ takes a strength 3 hit for being thrown. No, so he just lands on his feet. And I have a flesh wound. And now I will roll to see if you're hurt by the stick bomb. 4 is to wound you too, because you're a youth at toughness 3. You are! And you don't have any armor, right?
Nope.
So what happens to you? You get downed! Anytime you're down in a vehicle, you get ejected. So you go 2 inches this way. 4+, you take a strength 3 hit for being ejected. You do not. And that was the only close combat. So it is back to my turn. And I don't have to worry about bottle tests because so far none of my guys are down or out or immobilized.
But if you knock down one more of my guys, I have to start taking bottle tests.
Yeah, I think I can try that.
Yes.
I'll try that.
Go.
First things first, he's just going to run back on and jump on the Scorcha. It's like, get me off, will ya?
Darn it.
It was a good try. It's a good try. And I just go and have the knob run back at half speed, so 4 inches. We'll actually hop him back on board with the scrap, and this youth will do the same thing. So I declared and measured off camera, but I declared before I measured, just want to point out.
Yes, he did.
Just a note, we forgot that he was flesh wounded, so he actually wouldn't have won that combat and kicked me off, but now that you see that when I got kicked off, I didn't get hurt by it, and I just jumped right back on, so no harm, no foul. You decided to blow up a frag stick bomb in the middle of combat. It was awesome. My track is just enough for him to move forward an inch, pivot, and then move forward just a little bit right to here.
Wonder what he's gonna do.
I still have my Scorcher too. I didn't run out of ammo. I was like, wait a sec, my slug is out of ammo, but my
Yes.
Scorcher is not. Yeah. I'm gonna move forward 6, automatically hit the downed guy, because he doesn't get to take an initiative test. This will push him out of the way, and he takes a strength 3 hit, which wounds him and kills him, because that's a second flesh wound. And as soon as each flesh wound brings your weapon skill and ballistic skill down by 1, once they both get to 0, you're dead. And that's the case for the youth. I don't get any experience for
Okay,
that.
he's out.
Out of action, sorry. I don't get any experience for hurting a down guy, though. That's very unorky.
It is very.
And then I'm going to finish my move with a pivot, like so. Let's see if I can somehow hit him without hitting him. At the very least, I'll have to, like, not hit him fully and just 50-50 hit him.
Right.
Shooting phase, we're going to put a Scorcher right here, hit your vehicle directly as well as your spanner directly. Let's start with your poor little spanner. This seems familiar.
His name's Old Leatherface.
Old Leatherface takes a wound on a 4. He does.
Ah.
Does he have any armor?
No.
It's -2 anyways.
He's leather.
So, so he is down. Bam. Just face first. And I don't roll to see if he goes on fire because when you go down, you put out fires.
Okay.
And then D3 hits on the Squigoth. Oh, 3 hits again! Oh my goodness! So good. And we hit crew, which there is none, so it becomes driver, and wheels.
Okay.
Cruz-Azul's gonna need some new wheels.
Oh God. That's why he needs wheels because the feet ain't working.
Yeah, that's right. So we need a 4 to pen the wheels. We don't. We need a 4 to pen the drive. Yes. And then what happens to the driver? The driver is number 3. The driver takes a strength 3 hit. Is it a youth?
It's a youth.
So 4 is to wound. Oh, it wounds him. And, oh, it
Just a
flesh
flesh
wounds
So
him.
he's down to 1.
That's a
weapon
1. Yeah. And then we got the other driver hit, which depends on a 4. It does not.
skill. It's a cocker.
Let's see if the wheels are on fire. They are not, and the driver is. We're just gonna roll that once.
Okay, I was gonna ask you. Yeah,
Well, what happened if you would light him an extra fire?
he's extra fire.
Now the driver is not on fire. The driver
Compartment
compartment
is on
is.
fire.
That's an important. So if you get out, now mind you, we're gonna be rolling for the fire before you get out. But if you get out, you're not on fire.
Okay.
Oh, I got a test for ammo. 4 plus. Okay, this Scorch is out of ammo. Yay! This Scorch is gonna fire at your knob. Yep, I'm able to cover him without touching my track. That's nice. So you need a 4 to wound him. Strength 4, toughness 4. Nope, but a 4 to set him on fire. I'll take that. Oh, it does nothing. 4 plus, not to run out of ammo? Oh, it did nothing at all!
You're having a good game.
Oh no! Oh, I gotta shoot a slug at him. I did not thrust, so I'm hitting on a 4, and you're in short range. So 3 to hit. That's a hit. 5's to wound. That's nothing. Now we're gonna start the Tooth Fairies. And now they've had 3 guys down or out. We got 1 down, 1 out, and the vehicle being immobilized counts as 1. That's at least 25%. So Codyroo has a choice here. He can either roll to see if he bottles out, or he can just choose to bottle out. There's often good choices to why you would choose to bottle out. For example, your truck's on fire.
Right.
Or I had ammo in both my Scorches, which I don't.
Right.
So he basically, Dave here, Codyroo, has to decide, do you want to stick around or not? So that's your first question.
Yes.
You do. So then in order to stick around, the knob has to pass the leadership test. If the knob is down or out, then you just choose the highest
You're gonna
leadership.
roll me.
Yeah, leadership 7.
All right, let's see what we got. The knob.
You're sticking around?
Yeah.
Okay. Your driver compartment is on fire. On a 6, it'll go out.
No,
Nope.
that's the exact opposite. of
Yep.
this.
So does that catch everything else on fire? So let's see if I actually, so basically what happens here when the driver compartment's on fire is I roll to see if I pen it. Strength 4 versus armor 8. I do not, but it stays on fire.
It's on fire. It's gonna go around kind of like this to about this spot right there.
Oh, come on. I'll get there eventually.
Towards the squig off.
Cruz-Azul is going to run, only 4 inches because he's carrying scrap.
To the squig off.
What happened? What happened to my truck? Oh!
So your down spanner can move 2 inches. Yeah, you don't have to measure it. Just move him 2 inches. There we go.
This guy's now gonna run over this way. 8 inches.
Coming on in. He's surrounding my scorcherless truck
He's got scrap and he's jumping on board.
with said scraps. Now it's on the Squigoth.
Yes.
That is on fire.
That's on fire. Knob is gonna charge the track.
Now I did still move, so don't count as not having moved. So you still have to pass your initiative test of 3 to get on board. Please don't, because you are terrifying. Oh no!
Yes.
Oh no!
She's got.
Oh no! That's so bad. We both have flesh wounds too, so basically you're gonna kill me. Are you doing a slow speed maneuver?
Yeah.
So slow speed maneuver changes how you move. You can move an inch forward or backwards, turn, move an inch, turn, move an inch, turn. So it allows you to get out of tight spots, like when you're about to run.
I'm gonna move an inch backward.
You can't use it to ram though.
Right. And then turn 45 degrees. And then we will move an inch forward. Should be roughly about that. And we will turn 45 degrees.
Oh, you got to turn on the
that's right.
center. So you're going to clip your guy on the ground here.
We'll just leave him there then.
Just leave him there?
Yeah, he's good.
Just look at me menacingly.
Exactly. No shooting.
No shooting this time, so straight to combat?
Straight to combat.
Okay, but my gunner is the one that has all the experience. I kind of almost want to throw my driver at him. But they don't have a Scorch anymore.
Throw the driver at him.
I don't want
Don't
to.
waste perfectly good youth. Don't waste your youth
I know.
with my knob.
Yeah, but my
That
spanner.
doesn't sound right.
Screw it, I'm doing the youth.
right.
I'm doing the oof. I get 2 attacks. My chop a slug up. We're both at weapon skill -1. I got a 4. You got a 5. You're definitely beating me.
Yeah.
You're 5 plus your 3 of weapon skill.
Right, because I'm down 1.
Yes, 8 plus the charge is 9. So you got 9 in total. I got 4 plus my weapon skill of 1 is 5. So you hit me 4 times. Strength 5 or toughness 3, so you're wounding me on 2s.
So we're gonna dice and slice.
Yeah, you're gonna kill me here. That's 3. I don't have any armor. Go ahead. 3 injuries.
3 injuries.
Unless you roll all downs. Yeah, he's out. That's a flesh wound, and the second flesh wound takes him out. Golly. Back to my turn. I got 1 guy down. I need to have 2 down or out before I have to do a bottle
We have to
test.
see if he recovers. Right?
Oh yeah, recovery phase. Anybody who's down on your team, we roll to see what happens to them. It's just an injury chart again. Still down.
Okay.
So 1 or 2, he would stand up with a flesh wound.
Got it.
6, he'd go out. My truck will drive, turn, and drive. My knob is going to get out and jump on here. Don't have to do any tests because it's my own vehicle. This youth is going to get out of here and charge, and the youth gunner is going to get out and charge as well.
Bring it.
I'm bringing it. Then I'm going to slow speed maneuver and just back up 3 inches away from your huge squigoth whose driver is on fire and may at any moment cause him to swerve somewhere that we do not want to go. My slug is still intact, so I'm going to take, I'm going to take a wild shot at your squigoth here.
Go for it.
And within the 6 inches, I get the +1. You're large, I get another +1, but you did thrust, so it's -1.
No, I did slow speed maneuvers.
Oh, you did slow speed maneuver.
Yeah.
That's right. So my 4 becomes 3 becomes 2. So I hit on a 2. Jeez, what orc hits on a 2? This one.
Can't believe his luck.
What location? Driver, who's on fire, as if it's not bad enough. It's only strength 3 though, against armor 8. Yeah, it does not pen. Let's go to combat right here. It's a multiple combat.
Yes.
They're both youths. One's the gunner, so I'm going to do the non-gunner youth first.
Makes sense.
We both got 2 attacks because we both have 2 close combat weapons. I'm weapon skill 2, but I get +1 for the charge. You're weapon skill 3, so we're basically equivalent. Whoever rolls higher. Oh, I got a 1.
And I get double 5s.
So you actually get a 6 because my 1 gives you +1.
Oh, that's right.
So it's that you beat me by 2. So you hit me twice. So that's 2 strength 4 hits against my youth. Because your choppas are +1. So that's 2
youth.
wounds
Ooh.
and 2 injury checks.
Back that double 6s again.
Down. Now you don't knock him out in close combat until he's the only one downed next to you. And he takes a flesh wound as well. So he's not getting back up.
Right.
Now my gunner youth, he gets an extra die because as you do multiple combats, each additional one that you do, you get an extra die and an additional +1 to the charge. Or
how
2.
nice.
So now we're not tied anymore. I get a +1. So I got a 5. And so did you. And that's a tie because we both have the same initiative. Because initiatives break the tie. Poop! That was my chance to take him out. Now
How did I
I'm
get a 5? You didn't roll a 1 on that one, so it doesn't ratchet me up. So it's a 5 versus a 4.
Yeah, you're right. So I actually win by 1.
Yes.
Yeah, what was I thinking? I don't know why.
Oh, because you had that one that last time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I got a 1 last time. So I do hit you. Strength 4, because I'm going to use my choppa against your toughness 4. Oh, I don't wound you. Let's do the truck. I'm actually going to assign my knob to your knob, obviously.
Hello.
It's only 1 attack each, but I have a shield, and you've got a flesh wound. So the shield lets me force you to re-roll your highest die if I want you to.
Yes.
So let's roll. 2, 4. You're going to win with that, because even with your flesh wound... No, I charged.
So it'll be tight combat, which you would win because you don't have. I have a 2-handed weapon.
That's right. So hold on, let's let's just do the math this way. We both have the same weapon skill, but you're getting a -1 because of the flesh wound, and I'm getting a +1 from the charge.
And I have a huge weapon.
Yeah, so you lose ties. Okay, so I'll just keep that. I'm not going to force you to re-roll because you might roll higher.
Exactly.
So I'm strength 4 versus your toughness 4. I wound. Do you have any armor?
I do not.
So you already have a flesh wound, and now you are downed.
No, no.
Now normally in hand-to-hand combat, if you're downed, you're out, but since you're in a vehicle, you get kicked out of it an inch. And you're already downed. But you might take another strength 3 hit on a 4+. No. We're at a point now where we're both taking bottle tests. So, yeah, that's the end of my turn. No recovery phase, because I don't do the recovery for this until my following turn. So the question is, do you want to automatically bottle or do you want to roll for it?
I'm sticking around.
So your knob can't roll for it because he's down or out.
Okay.
But he has the same leadership with everybody else right now because you haven't won your first game. So it's just leadership 7.
Leadership 7. Here we go.
Ah! Oh! You bottle, which means you automatically lose the scenario. And we also have to test to see if you drop any of the scrap that you had.
Right.
So there's 2 places to test. On a vehicle, on a 2+, you get to keep it. No problem.
Okay.
And on a model, he has to pass a leadership test. Leadership 7. He keeps it. All right, so you got 2 of them and I got 2 of them because I get to keep, I get 3 of them. I get to keep whatever's left afterwards as well. Also, we got to test for immobilized and down people to see if they become crippled or out. I'll go first with mine. On a 4+, everything's okay. Dang it. So he is out. And you can roll for this guy right here. He is out. That vehicle, it becomes immobilized on a 1, 2, or 3 because you bottled. Normally it's only on a 1. Oh, it's crippled, so we're gonna have to roll on its damage. And your knob, you need a 4+. Oh no! That's a lot of injuries. For everybody who went out, we have to roll on serious injuries. It's gonna be a D66, the green's gonna be the 10s.
Got it.
The higher you roll, the better. This is my non-gunner guy. 42 is a full recovery. Oh, my gunner, he has all the experience. 66!
Oh, that's super.
He survives against all odds and gets D6 bonus experience.
Yeah, he deserves it.
2!
Right.
Left to right, your spanner.
Spanner.
55 is full recovery.
The knob,
Is a 45, which is full recovery.
and then the youth driver.
The youth driver is 26, is a head wound. Oh no, a driver with a head wound.
It's bad news.
Basically, at the beginning of each game, you roll a die. On a 1, 2, or 3, he's stupid. On a 4, 5, or 6, he's frenzied. Both are bad for drivers.
Yes.
If a driver becomes stupid, basically at the beginning of each of his turns, he has to pass a leadership test or do nothing.
Okay.
As a driver. If he's on foot, there's a bunch of different things, but as a driver. If he frenzies, then basically he has to try to ram if he can.
Yeah.
So you have a choice, though. After this, you can actually have somebody else compete for the spot to become the driver if you don't want a stupid or frenzied guy being the driver.
Right.
But then we got to have a little fight. So
That sounds
we'll figure that out after we roll everything else.
Okay.
Next, we got the vehicle permanent damage on your big truck because it was crippled. So that's a 55, which is fixed. It's fine.
Yay!
Oh, good. It's got some extra scratches on it, though, so I expect you to take a knife to it.
That makes it much harder.
Next up, we have experience. My knob gets 10 for winning, and then everybody on the table gets plus D6 experience. We roll it individually. On top of that, because you technically had a higher mob rating than me, and I beat you, there's a chart that we look at. It wasn't by much, so I only get plus 1 experience per guy. And then, so we're going to do all that off camera, and then we'll come back and show you the upgrades. So I rolled pretty well. All 3 of my youth actually upgrade. One of them thanks to the plus 1 for meeting a mob that's so much harder than me. And my knob upgrades, thanks for winning, because the winning gives me that plus 10 that brought me over. So let's start with my knob. So we roll 2d6 on the advanced table, and 9 has a random chance, so I'll roll a d6. 2, he gets plus 1 wounds. My knob now has 2 wounds. This youth, who's just on foot, that is either weapon skill or ballistic skill. I'd rather weapon skill, 1, 2, 3. Now, ballistic skill it is. This youth is now a boy, so he gets an automatic plus 1 toughness for becoming a boy, because he got at least 21 experience. He's actually 27 experience, so he upgrades 3 times. So the first one is a 10. Oh, that's a skill.
That's 11.
I can add. It's still a skill. 10 or 11 is a skill. I am a Gorker, so I have to choose from the Gorker skills. And since this was rolled while he was still a youth, I got to choose youth skills. I'll have him roll on muscle. So 3 is good right arm. He gets plus 1 strength with his hand-to-hand weapons in his right arm. And he does have choppa, so he'll be strength 5 with that. Second upgrade is a 4. That's also a skill. I'll choose muscle, which is a 5 this time. Chuck. If he wins a round of combat, he can throw you instead. Equal to, and then you take a strength hit equal to the distance thrown, which is d6 inches. And now for his boy upgrade. 8. Come on, 1, 2, 3. Plus 1 ballistic skill. He's manning a Scorcher. Getting all these ballistic skill upgrades. My other youth with gunner gets an upgrade. It's 6. Come on, 1, 2, 3. Yes, plus 1 weapon skill. That's more like it. And on your side, you got 2 upgrades.
A youth?
The youth that has a head wound.
The youth that has a head wound.
He rolls a 9.
9.
Roll me a just roll a d6. He gets plus 1 toughness.
All right.
So he's toughness 4, and he'll go up to toughness 5 when he becomes a boy.
And then now mixed up Gus.
That's 9. Roll again, just a d6. He gets plus 1 wounds, so he'll be at 2 wounds. Nice. Next up, we do income. So the way income works is we roll for all our income, then you look at a chart and you compare whatever income you generated versus the number of models, including vehicles. And the chart then tells you how many teeth you get to add, basically what profit you have. So it kind of tries to scale it so that mobs that have a lot of guys will make a lot less teeth than those that have a few guys. So there's a few ways that I'm going to get income. First off, I got 4 scrap counters. They're worth d6 each. So that is going to be a paltry 10. And then I can work in my mines. Now only youths and boys and grots who did not go out of action can work in the mines. So I only have one youth. Youths only generate D3 in the mines. Boys generate D6. So I would generate another 2. So I get 12 teeth in total. Also, because I beat you and you were a higher mob rating, I actually get a +1 to that. So I'm up to 13. That 13 actually made a difference. Going from 12 to 13 jumps you up. So we look at the income, 13. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we go over to 8, and I earned 9 teeth.
That's
You're not.
extra teeth.
Yeah, it's actually 2 extra teeth just from that one for beating you because you were harder than me. So that's 9 teeth for me to spend recruiting new guys. I can go to Mechtown because I've won a game. I also got +1 leadership on my knob because I won a game. But other than that, I can build gubbins, hire new guys, buy new weapons, vehicles, whatever I can do with 9 teeth. So you're actually doing pretty well, considering that you lost that scenario, that you still have lots of ways to generate income. First off, we got 2 scrap counters. So let's do those, 2d6. Already at 10.
You got the same amount that you got.
Already
I
at 10.
totally got the good scrap.
You found the
counters.
good stuff. Then you got 3 boys, so that's 3d6. Right here, just use this. We can remember 10, or you can roll them right. And another 11, 13, so we're at 23, and you have a youth who does d3. 23 becomes 24. So you got all the way up to 24, which would have got me 12 teeth, and it gets you 10. So still, with all that rolling, 9, 10. It's hard to get a lot of teeth in this game. You got to get super high and have hardly anything, which is hard to do. Because if you have hardly anything, how are you going to get super high? If you've got lots of guys.
You gotta strip the other guy's vehicle and then knock it, gobsmack him. And
That's
get his
true.
teeth.
Yeah, there is other ways. You're right. There are a bunch of other ways. So the game doesn't play to scale up very fast for your guys. So you got 10 teeth, and I got 9.
All right.
Before we go into what we're going to buy with our teeth, you're deciding to have a little bit of a fight here.
Yeah.
You don't want the crazy, head-wounded
Guy driving
youth
my
driving your vehicles anymore.
That mech absolutely doesn't want him driving his
Spanner. You're not a mech. You're a frickin' spanner.
He's a
Mechs
spanner.
live in Mechtown. So basically the way that this works is they're going to fight. They both aren't allowed to bring any weapons, thankfully, for him. We don't worry about his stupidity or frenzy. They don't count as charging, and we just roll until one of them is down or out. Now, if you knock one down, you're not going to automatically take him out. He just goes out 50-50. But the person who takes the other one down will get 5 experience, and if the other one goes out, he will have to roll a serious injury.
I like it.
So who would you like to roll for? I'll roll for one, and you roll for the
I gotta
other.
roll for crazy guy.
So you're weapon skill 2 on him, and he's weapon skill 3.
Correct.
So essentially, you got to beat my roll by more than 1. Well, I got a 5. But
how did you beat me?
It's okay. Why are you groaning? You want him to win.
But I wanted to win.
It doesn't matter.
But it's him that wants to
It doesn't
win.
matter. I like the result. I want to win.
Okay, so that's 2 hits because I got 3 weapon skills, so that's 8, and you got 2 weapon skills, so that's 6. So 2 hits, strength 3 against your toughness 3 because you're still a youth. 2 wounds and 2 flesh wounds. That brings him actually out. So he's out. So it's 5 experience for him.
All right. I like
Actually,
it.
yeah, no, it says with the same hit you can't get more than 5. Yeah, so 5 experience for him. Let's roll another serious injury for your head wounded guy. We're gonna re-roll head wounds. That's a head wound again.
Yeah.
That's a head wound again. Re-roll it, man.
You can't get more than 1.
16 is multiple injuries. So D6, roll a D6. This is how many times you're gonna have to roll again. 6 times. We're gonna ignore dead, full recovery, multiple injuries, captured, bitter enmity, and gobsmack. Okay, just go ahead. 6 times. Try to keep track of this. Reroll that. You can't die from multiple injuries.
Oh, come on.
35 is old battle
Battle
wound.
wound.
Hold on. Okay, we're gonna keep tracking them this way. Here we go. This might take another few minutes. Next injury. 46 is full recovery. You have to reroll that.
Really?
Yeah, you're not allowed to get full recovery here.
Oh, why not?
Because it says so. 25. You know what? We'll let you keep head wounds. Because let's not get too crazy here. So a head wound which does nothing. 32. He's gobsmacked.
All right.
So hold on. We'll just roll that right now. He loses D6 teeth, which you don't get to keep. Normally the other person gets to keep. So 1, 2. So he's fine. If he lost at least 4, he'd go down in leadership.
Okay.
The next injury. He is not dead. Reroll that. 54 is full recovery. Reroll that. 26 is another head wound. Sure, we'll keep that. He's got 3 head wounds. 46 is full recovery. Reroll that. 54 is full recovery. Reroll that. 12 is dead. Reroll that.
He's the orc that will not die or recover.
42 is a full recovery. Reroll that. 24 is another head wound. By the way, we're only going to make you roll once at the beginning of each game. He's got 4 head wounds. Reroll, that's dead. Come on, man, give me another head wound.
66.
Another head wound! You rolled 4 head wounds. He's gobsmacked, and he has an old battle wound, which means at the beginning of each game on a 1, he won't show up because he'll be wandering somewhere aimlessly.
I can't imagine what the wound would be.
Here we go. So for my upgrades, 9 teeth is pretty much perfect to get 3 gubbins that I want. I'm going to put loads of ammo on both Scorches, and I'm going to put a big grabba on the truck, let's say. Now these will be modeled by next game, so don't worry about that. Loads of ammo basically lets me ignore my first failed ammo test, which is great for Scorches. So they're guaranteed to be able to fire at least twice, as long as they're not like destroyed by then. And the big grabba is a huge claw that when you come up to another vehicle, you can just basically grab a part of their armor and just rip it out, and it does extra penetrating hits, and it's pretty nasty that way. That's going to be magnetized right on there, as you will see. And that's all 9 of my teeth will be those upgrades. And what about your 10 teeth? What are you going to buy?
I have 10 teeth plus 2 in reserve. So I bought a 5-point grapple claw, a 3-point boarding plank, and a 3-point boarding plank.
With 1 more in reserve.
With 1 more in reserve.
So the grab a claw, the same thing, big grabber, same as what I
Big
got.
grabber.
Boarding planks let him go from vehicle to vehicle without doing initiative tests instead of jumping. Still have to be within 2 inches. And there's still a possibility of doing some damage to each other when the other vehicle drives away. And so we'll have both of those. So that'll be really good for him. Well, that's our game. Now Mike and Dave have been playing a game, which they just finished. So I'm not going to give any spoilers, but I heard it's been pretty awesome, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
Pretty amazing.
It was actually really fun.
Yeah.
No spoilers, no spoilers.
No spoilers. We won't say anything. Oh, it was so much fun. I don't know who won anymore. I forget.
Okay, go watch it right now. It's available for
There was
free.
loot involved.
Yes, there was.
There was loot.
Someone got
Scrap.
Did you play the scenario to number 2 as well?
We did.
Okay.
I chose
What'd
that.
you do?
That one. We did that one. Yeah. So anyway, so go and watch their game right now on YouTube. And go to MiniWarGaming.com/Gorkamorka to get this entire campaign and last season for free.
Hey.
So you can watch all the Gorkany goodness. All right, Frack? Frack! Frack!
Where's Frick? Frick live?
Frack! Happy Wargaming!